Have you ever felt defeated, like life itself was trying to convince you that success wasn't meant for you? What if I told you that failure isn't the finale, but the opening act of something extraordinary? Witness how Arjun transformed setbacks into his ultimate triumph. In a remote village tucked between dry fields and gently rolling hills, lived a young boy named Arjun. His family's only possession was an aging, fragile cow called Lali, who gave just enough milk to keep them from starving. Before dawn each day, Arjun would wake up from the cold dirt floor where he slept, aching and shivering, and carefully milk Lali with shaking hands. Then, with a battered metal pot balanced on his head, he would walk for miles to the town market to sell it. The journey was harsh. The path was full of jagged rocks that tore his bare feet, and the heavy pot made his neck sore. But the real challenge awaited at the market. Older, more established milk vendors laughed at him. "Look at this stray dog with his half pot of milk," they'd sneer. "Why don't you crawl back to your mud hut?" They shoved him aside, sometimes knocking over his milk on purpose, laughing as it soaked into the dust, the same milk his family depended on for their only meal. Arjun would return home with nothing but a heavy heart. His mother, her face weathered from years of hardship, never scolded him. "Beta, failing isn't the end," she'd whisper as she stroked his hair. "It's the teacher we never asked for." But how many times can a boy fail before he gives up? One evening, after another fruitless trip, Arjun sat by the river, watching the water flow. In frustration, he tossed a stone into the current, watching the ripples spread wide. And suddenly, like a bolt of lightning, an idea lit up his mind. What if he sold milk differently? The next morning, instead of heading to the noisy marketplace, Arjun went door to door in the town. He knocked on each door, his voice shaking but firm. Fresh milk, direct from the cow, clean and unadulterated. Some doors slammed shut. Others ignored him. But a few people listened. They appreciated the freshness. They noticed the sincerity in his eyes. Slowly, trust grew. He never watered down his milk like others did. He never cheated. When he saved enough, he bought a second cow. Then another. Soon he had 5. Then 10. He started hiring local boys, paying them fairly, and expanded his deliveries. But life wasn't done testing him. A disease hit his herd, wiping out half of it. A rival spread lies that Arjun's milk was impure. His business began to collapse. He lay awake at night, hungry, wondering if his dreams had been foolish. But his mother's voice returned to him. "Failure is the teacher we never asked for." He studied. He sought help from a vet. He protected his remaining cows. He pushed forward. He began producing yogurt and ghee, selling more than just milk. He reinvested every rupee, every drop of effort. Years passed. The boy who once carried a single pot now ran a dairy with hundreds of cows. He supplied towns, then cities. He built a processing plant. Then another, bigger one. The name once laughed at in the marketplace became a brand trusted by many. And one day, as he stood on the balcony of his modest office, watching trucks filled with milk products roll out, he realized he had become a millionaire. Not just in money but in grit. Every setback, every insult, every sleepless night had built the road he now walked. The world had tried to crush him, but he refused to stay down. That was his true success. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every rejection, every stumble, every sleepless night is shaping you for a breakthrough, if you're willing to learn, to fight, to rise. Even a poor village boy with a single pot of milk can rewrite his fate. Life's harshest challenges often prepare us for its most beautiful victories. Arjun's journey from a ridiculed milk boy to a respected entrepreneur shows that failure isn't the end, it's the most honest teacher. Every no, every tear, every scar is a step toward greatness. The only thing that can end your story is giving up. So keep going. Let resilience speak when life tries to silence you. Let your determination answer those who doubt you. And when everything goes dark, remember, even the tiniest spark can light the way. Dream boldly, work with purpose, and never let your past define your future. Because that boy with the milk pot didn't just sell dairy, he shared hope, integrity, and the spirit to never quit. And that is what real success looks like.